Okay, let's do it. Going live. And we are live. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to talk about VIPKid communities, how you can build a community, how you can find your tribe. And let's see, what are some communities that we like? So let's start with introductions, and we'll talk about the communities that we've found for VIPKid that we like. So let's see, Morgan, I think you logged in first.
Yeah. Hi, my name is Morgan, and I'm the lead administrator of VIPKid Level 1 Prep and Tips, which is a Facebook group. Just search Level 1 Prep and Tips or Level 1, and you should probably find us. And we are one of many Facebook groups that you can find using the community tab on your app. And yeah, I just love hanging out on Facebook, and there's a lot of other great groups. And I know that there are other members of this chat who also are represent different groups.
Excellent. Yes, I've gone in your group many times for information and props for Level 1.
Yeah.
Let's see, Cindy, I think you are next.
Okay, my name's Cindy Bennett, and I have the iPad group. And so early on, when I first started, I realized a lot of people were in different groups asking about the iPad. So I just made my own group, and we have over like 3,600 people in there. And we just happen to have a meeting tomorrow night. So if you haven't signed up for it, you'd like to, it's coming up.
I think, is it 6 o'clock Central, 7 o'clock Eastern?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I signed up for it, so. Oh, hi.
Oh.
And Mary, I think you were next.
Hi, I'm Mary Maple, and my feeling of community is one where it is small and connected and ongoing. So to tell you the truth, this is one of my favorite communities. When we get to meet here on Monday and collaborate, and I get to see the same awesome ladies week after week. So thank you for being part of my tribe. And also the other places that I really like to go are those more specialized groups. So the 40 plus group. I started the Level 1 teacher supporting teacher group, Morgan, but I left it about a year ago. But I started that when I was brand new and didn't know any other Level 1 teachers. So often if you don't see a support group for the specific thing you're wanting, go ahead and create it, because if you're looking for it, others are looking for it too.
Great idea. Very good. I didn't even know you had a VIPKid group.
I did until about a year ago, and then it was like, okay.
Wow, excellent. Amanda, I think you're next.
Awesome. Hey, Amanda Panda Teacher from amandapandateacher.com. I'm in lots of communities and have my hand in lots of places. I'm a moderator with a Morgan's group, VIPKid Level 1 group. Though I have not taught any Level 1 classes in a really long time, not by choice, just happened to be that way. You get your regulars and they all grow up with you, and now they're all in Level 3 and 4, so no more Level 1s for me. I am a moderator going on 2 years with VIPKid Props and Rewards group on Facebook. So in that group, there is a community of teachers that has a database that's over, I think we're over 9,000 things now. I don't even know. It's a huge amount, a searchable database for teachers to find any printable that they could possibly need. It's a huge group with lots of resources. So that's where I hang out. One of those two places. I also am a moderator, or I'm the admin of VIPKid Teachers Los Angeles. So when we used to have meetups that we could actually meet together physically, I started my own Los Angeles group, and I hosted coffees. We would go to the Chinese New Year parade in Chinatown. Oh, I'm so sad that we can't do anything. We had meetups at IKEA in Las Vegas and in Burbank. So like I hosted a ton of local area meetups to meet teachers in my area. So unfortunately, no physical meetups right now, but that's the 3 that I'm in.
Okay, wait. How do you have a meetup in IKEA? Isn't it a store?
Yeah, it's so fun. IKEA has a restaurant upstairs. It's like a
Swedish
cafeteria
meatballs.
style,
Oh,
and it's huge with many tables. If you don't go to like the most popular time to the most popular IKEA, you can find a table. So it's fun. You can go shop for rewards, come and eat what you want in the cafeteria or not eat and have a meetup in IKEA. So you don't have to contact anyone to ask for permission. You just kind of take a table and set it up. And I did have a manager come talk to me and they gave me their card. They're
Mhm.
actually very supportive of teachers. So in the future, if you're looking for a meetup, if you contact the manager of the IKEA, they have a program for teachers for discounts and they'll give you swag from IKEA. So you have to arrange it in advance. But I didn't know that till I just went there for free and happened to have an IKEA meetup. So it was a prop swap where we traded things and we went shopping in IKEA. So if you ever want a meetup, that's a great place.
That's
Well, I
awesome.
guess the only IKEA I've been to is in Germany, but now that you mention it, they had a big restaurant upstairs as well too. So, oh, very cool. All right, Amy, I think you're next.
Hello, my name is Amy Lou, and I am just a community member. And I love joining everybody everywhere, and I love supporting this fabulous group of women. And I enjoy networking, and I enjoy bringing people together that might not normally be together. And so I'm just here to hang out and share my own experiences and how I found some tribes within VIP Kids. So
Now, you might not have your own Facebook group, but you've certainly been coming around with all the meetups and building community with meetups. So that is awesome.
thank you. Yes.
And another meetup partner in crime, Melissa. Hey, Melissa.
Hello, hello.
Hi, Melissa.
So I am the admin of VIPKid Friends. So we're a really friendly group. Come join us. We talk about VIPKid. We answer questions. Even if they've been asked over and over again, we're going to answer them friendly and make sure that we help you. There's videos. Our group does meetups. We're partial to meetups for sitcoms like Friends, or we're going to have one for The Office next month. So we like those, just sort of, we are VIP Kid teachers. That's what brought us together, but we also like to do other fun things, especially now with these virtual meetups and COVID making everything be virtual. So that's a great group. And I also enjoy going to the Hutong, which is actually VIP Kids official, website, social media website. So I'm active on the Hutong, not as much as I used to be, but I do make sure I go there at least twice a week.
Oh, excellent. Good. Because we have some questions.
Okay.
And
So Melissa, I have a very important question. Will you have a meetup about Survivor? Like, that's super important.
That's super important to you. I can. Most of the time, I started out with a friends like trivia meetup, and then people were like, hey, do one about this show and that show. And so I can. You might have to help me. You might have to co-host that meetup, Mary, but we can.
I can join you with that if you like. That would be so much fun.
Mary, you watch Survivor?
I do. I love watching Survivor.
Funny. Yeah. I wouldn't have guessed it.
maybe we should do like a VIP Kid teacher chat about our favorite things to watch.
Yes. I have to use, I started it, but now I have to bring in extra resources. I'm going to be sending Morgan some questions about The Office, because I don't necessarily know, but my husband saw me post that we were doing it, and he was like, oh, can I help you make that Kahoot? So there's always someone that knows about a show. So.
With Survivor, we used it as homeschooling. So Gabriel is totally a Survivor geek, right? So he knows how to analyze the editing of it, how it's edited, to predict what's going to happen with each participant. And he generally is able to predict first or second. Like the person he picks by show 3 gets first or second.
Wow.
He's analyzed the whole editing for every season and watches it about 4 times. So as the mom, I got into Survivor.
Wait, so that's still a show? I remember it 10 years ago, we used to have Survivor parties, but are you telling me they still do it?
Oh, they just had their, what was it, their 40th or 50th, was it 50th? I can't remember. Yeah, they just had an like an all stars, all winners, like it was all winners Survivor. Yeah. So yeah, so if you want help with that, you might have to get Gabriel to come on in with us.
Yeah. All right.
Building meetups and community right now as we go. Love it. Speaking of community, our awesome chat group, we've got quite a few in here. I can't move my mouse because I just drank my water. My hand's wet. Let's see. Teacher Stephanie. Hey, Evelyn Joy is here. And Lisa and Victoria. Hey, guys, thanks for coming. We'd love to shout out some positive VIPKid, either Facebook groups or anything else we don't know of, meetups that you've loved. Anything positive, basically. I just love positive communities. So, all right. Did you guys see that? What's that?
I'm in the wrong group.
Oh, whatever.
I'm just kidding.
Did you guys see that they gave like awards to the, not mentor, is it mentors? Like the workshop, positivity and things? I thought that was pretty neat. So I know Lucy West got something, but I don't remember which. But I definitely put her as positive. So, okay, well, let's start talking about, what do you guys want to chat about first? Let's do Hutong first. Because I've been in there a little bit, but I forgot about it. So Melissa, you want to tell us a little bit about the Hutong?
Sure. One thing that I want to mention, especially for maybe veteran teachers, because VIPKid loves to change things, is that you can actually enter the Hutong from the portal now. You can click on that community tab, and the first choice is the Hutong, and then it opens it in a different tab for you. So I think since I've discovered that, now I'm not, when I discovered it might not have been when that happened, but since I discovered it, I go a lot more, like after classes. It's really easy for me to just, one of my things I do sort of like checklist after class is go to check what's happening on the Hutong, and it's just easier than using the app, the third-party app on the phone. So that's the easiest way to get there. And then one of the things that is most talked about on the Hutong are the challenges. So you can click on these challenges and it's either, a video or something short to read. And oftentimes there will be like a question, and it's a super simple multiple choice question. You could totally use those TOEFL class techniques where like you read the question and then go back up and really quickly find the answer. But you get the tokens, and then you can transfer them over to your portal. But don't do that until you're ready to buy something. That's one of my biggest tips, because you can keep collecting them in the Hutong and they don't expire there. So you can leave them, and then when you have however many you need to get Dino or that sweatshirt or whatever, then you can transfer them over. And so it's a really great way to make sure they're not going to expire. You're not going to lose them, is leave them in the Hutong until you're ready to buy something. But they do only move them over, I think, Mondays and Thursdays, or Sundays and Wednesdays. There's 2 days when they'll move them. So you do kind of want to keep track of that. So that's fun, and it's an easy way to sort of add to your tokens. But don't just do the challenges and leave, because there are some really great chats and threads in the Hutong. And some of those challenges are going to take you directly to a place to like leave a comment. But those are watched more by home office than any other social media. They are active. They're going to watch them. They take statistics from those quizzes. And, if a lot of people on a thread are complaining about one thing, it gets attention faster on the Hutong. So when somebody has an issue, everybody's always like, send a ticket. Well, I'll send a ticket, because that's definitely like our number one sort of line of communication. But then, go to the Hutong and post about it, because if enough teachers are having problems and they make your thread kind of blow up on the Hutong, then you've put yourself at the top of the list for home office to pay attention to.
Excellent. Good advice. Very
More
good.
than the Facebook group, than the
Mhm.
official Facebook group.
More than the official Facebook group. Yeah.
Oh, good to know. Morgan?
Because there's more people that monitor the Hutong. So the official Facebook group, they have the community ambassadors, which are teachers that are chosen for 6-month contracts. And then, there's Eric and there's the people in San Francisco behind teacher success and advocacy. But the Hutong has people from every office and it's monitored, 24 hours. Just more people, more eyes on the conversations in the Hutong.
That's good to know.
And you have to be, I guess it's a little bit more official because you're signed in with your name, like your teacher portal and your teacher name. Whereas on Facebook, you don't necessarily have to be using your official name. Right? Like you could choose whatever you wanted for your Facebook. So that's why when you're talking on Facebook, and if Eric does get involved, he's like, what's your show name or what's your email or message me, because that's not necessarily going to match the information. Your Facebook name is not going to match the information that they have, but it's easier for them to track things like that on the Hutong.
Good. Hey, Morgan, you want to try? Can't hear you. And you're not muted though. I can tell you're not muted. Maybe check your thing.
Is your headset muted? Check your headset. Yeah.
Yeah, that thing.
I'm switching to you're on now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So one thing that I wanted to bring up is something that Melissa also brought up, and that has to do with the phone app. So for those of you, like I typically, when I'm on the, when I'm done teaching, I fill out my feedback and I just log off. I don't want to mess with it anymore. So I really appreciate the fact that there is a phone app that you can use to get to the Hutong. And I was not familiar about this until recently. So I want to make sure everyone knew. It's called Advocate Hub. So if you have an iPhone, I have an iPhone. If you have an Android phone, you should still be able to look for it. And it's going to look like this here you can't really see. This little blue one right here with it looks like an on button. It's called Advocate Hub, ADVOCATE HUB, all one word. And you'll be able to log on there with your VIPKid credentials. And it actually gives you push notifications when there are new challenges.
Mm-hmm.
So like last night, middle of the night, I got a push notification. My phone is on silent, so I didn't hear anything. But then this morning when I woke up, I saw there was a new challenge on the Hutong. So I did it, got my 3 or 4 points or whatever. So I don't know, that for me, that's just a really good way to know that there is a new challenge and to be able to then do the challenge and get the tokens. The other thing about the tokens that I wanted to bring up is that if you know that you want something soon and you have the points soon, it's better to cash out sooner rather than later. All that's just because they have a certain quota or a certain amount of tokens that they're able to cash out of the Hutong and into our regular tokens. So if you wait until the end of the month, and this has happened to me before where I've been like, I have enough to get my dino or my whatever. And so then I go to check out my tokens, get my tokens out of the Hutong and into my regular account. If I do that near the end of the month, they might already be out of tokens that they can switch over, transfer over, and then I'm sunk and I have to wait until the next month in order to do that. So just to be aware, if it's like something that looks like it's only going to be in the token center for a brief amount of time, it's better to transfer your tokens over sooner rather than later. But if it's something that's always in the token center, then there's really no rush. It'll still be there when a few weeks later when you're able to cash out.
That's funny.
That's a good tip. I didn't know that.
I was just looking at my phone and I'm like, I don't even know what this app is. I'm asking my husband, Advocate Hub, is that like something with our medical insurance? Guess I should have just opened it and found out it's the Hutong I downloaded and forgot about. Excellent. Good job, Kasie. Okay, so.
You're not alone, Kasie. You're not alone.
Oh, thanks. Okay, let's see. Rebecca's here. She said, listening during lunch. Victoria said, wow, thanks, Melissa. That was helpful information. Awesome. So let's talk about some of our favorite Facebook groups. Other than the ones that we all already have. I see in the chat, Evelyn said, shout out to the VIPKid YouTubers group, which Evelyn started. And it's a great positive group where we are making our YouTube channels and we help each other out. We give each other watch time, likes, subscribes, encouragement. Cindy, you've been in that group for a little bit. You want to talk about the YouTubers group?
Sure. Yeah, I love it. And the thing about it is some groups do not really want us to put our videos on. They're like, that's self-promotion.
Right.
So that's a place that we help each other self-promote. And sometimes we promote each other. Like if somebody else puts on a really good video, then we'll, put on their video and say, hey, everybody watch this video. It's really great. So it's a great way to just get the word out for our videos. Cause sometimes if you just put it up, I don't know about you, but I've recently subscribed to a lot of people because I'm trying to help, and encourage people subscribe. So when you go through the videos, sometimes you don't get everybody's video up and watched and stuff like that. So it's good to get a heads up from that. So I really love it. And that's where it's really weird because I never thought before that you could make friends with people on YouTube. Actually, with Evelyn, I started watching her videos, and Danny, Happy Farms, Louisiana, I started watching her videos. And my kids, and then when they would say my name, my kids would be like, a YouTuber? So yeah, so they thought it was really cool, but it is really definitely a thing if you're interested in YouTube. Or we have people that watch our videos that maybe they're not making videos, but they like to come and be part of the community, like by chatting in the chat box. And that's really awesome, and that helps to support us, and that helps to also bring together the community. So
right. I love it. And families, look at all you guys with your babies. I know, we're all like, oh.
I want my baby.
I know, as my puppy's snoring. So yeah, I love the YouTubers group. Help me get started as well. Let's see. I see you guys posting them. I love it that they're in the group. So you want to check them out. I'm going to have to try to copy them later and put them in the description box too. I think that could help people as well. Morgan has a level 1 prep and tips on there for you. Hey, Lisette. I think I met Lisette at Amanda Panda's meetup once, or somebody's meetup. Maybe it was yoga. I'm not sure. Peace, love, and VIP Kid. Yes, I didn't even write that one down. That's a great one too.
VIPKid Health. Did somebody put that? Micah's VIPKid Health. He's doing a weight loss challenge and is really encouraging teachers to move and stay healthy.
I think his is called like the weight loss group. It's a weight loss group.
There's two. There's one for the contest and for the weight loss, but then there's VIPKid Health. So
and there's also VIPKid Health and Wellness. I'll tell you what, if somebody posts something negative, you'll be out quick because Julie don't play.
Oh, the mental health and wellness. Yeah, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
And the teachers who travel, that's great. And there's even smaller ones like teachers who teach in RVs is a specialized group. So those are all really wonderful.
Let's see.
And like Amanda said, there usually is one for each state. Like I know there's a Virginia one. I know that there's other states that have.
And for the larger cities too, because like Texas has one, but then like the Houston area or Dallas area, they all have their own Facebook groups as well.
Minicam Kindergarten's a great group. Amanda, what is the other one you mentioned up top under Peace, Love, and VIP Kid?
Oh,
remember which one that
Props
is?
and rewards.
It says here is VIP Props and Rewards group.
Oh, it's above that one. There's one more above it.
Oh, one more above it.
Let's see.
I put the YouTube group.
What's that? Oh, the YouTubers. Gotcha. YouTube group. We're there now. Sorry. VIPKid Friends. Let's see who else. Oh, thank you for putting up the VIPKid Health, Morgan. Excellent. Yeah. Also, Jessica from our group wanted me to mention Positivity and Praise group, the VIPKid Positivity and Praise. She said it is just like the name states. So yes, and then speed dating.
I think they're talking about meetups.
Journey, the speed dating journey. Remember when you go to the networking?
Well, there's going to be a meetup like that.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, it's a meet a teacher meetup.
Oh, Cindy, are you in the community area? Oh, you're muted.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know if you had told people that where they could find the communities.
No, let us
There's
know.
underneath the community section on your portal, you can press the community and then, sorry.
Mine did the
And then you
same
go to
thing.
the social directory and then you're going to find the groups and then they're kind of categorized, medium, small, and all different kinds of types of communities. And I should be in I think I'm in one of the larger ones. Okay, so green is support, blue is regional, then there's events. So quite a bit of stuff.
So I think, oops, sorry. Cindy, your group is pretty huge and it's been pretty positive. They pretty much stick with iPad questions and answers and.
Yeah, I haven't had any problem with any the only thing that can be difficult for me is, and I just messed up. Shoot. Okay, so I'm gonna ask Amanda Panda a question after I get done. But yeah, I haven't had any negativity. The only thing is like sometimes people think that the iPad is gonna phase out, like VIPKid is gonna phase it out, so they get nervous, which I suppose could happen, but I really don't think so because it's a great backup, you know, and people use it as a backup, and you know, they might not really want us to completely teach all the time on an iPad, but it's a really great backup, and if they did away with it, they'd probably get more teacher ITs and stuff like that.
Ooh, yeah.
So I think it's going to be staying. So Amanda, I have a really quick question. This is the second time I've done it. I pressed a button and in my preset area, it went to a camera. How do I get back to my presets section? Do you know?
In Manicam, you can click presets in the right top corner. It's right below the gear. And then you can see all the presets that you're seeing.
Yeah.
I use hotkeys on my computer, so I hit like Alt-1, Alt-2 to switch different presets to your main feed.
I don't know what I did wrong, but
oh, there you are. You're back.
Yeah, I'm back, but that's not the one I wanted. Okay.
So Lisette said VIPKid teachers who run is a good group too. Excellent, good to know. I'm part of that group. I haven't really seen anything in that group either to suggest drama, so that's a good group. Teacher Stephanie said, I love the positive groups. No time for drama. I know, right?
And I will say, you know, if the community directory is fairly new thing, started like within this last year, but they really are doing a great job of trying to support those admins and creators of the group. You know, they show us how to engage. I've learned a lot that I didn't know beforehand, like how to find statistics, how many people have commented, how many people have posted, how many, you know, like you can go and look at all of that. So I've learned about that and they've given us several seminars on, you know, it's like kind of starting conversation. They're involving us with things that home office is concerned with. So like recently they wanted us to get some suggestions for solutions. They didn't want to hear a lot of complaints, but they wanted solutions from teachers regarding those 25-hour cancellations. And as far as I can tell, they've been really active. Like for the groups that have posted for them, they've paid attention to what the teachers have said on each of those threads. But also they are starting to do giveaways, like swag giveaways. So it like Christmas time, they gave away like Amazon, so much for Amazon, and each group kind of got to decide what they were giving away and how they were going to do it. And then there's another fun giveaway coming up for those groups that are part of the directory for the Lunar New Year. So those are some fun things to look for. If you find those groups of, you know, in the official community directory, there's a lot of great things coming through home office through those administrators.
And don't forget, baby groups aren't getting a lot of engagement. Come to the group. Morgan posted my group in there for me. Collaboration Station, we've been a fairly positive group as well. And we opened up the giveaway to admin and moderators as well because there wasn't much engagement. So go to the different groups that have the giveaways there. They're to build a group, to build engagement, to build a community. So thanks, guys. So yeah, I just got an email from Eric Tong asking me to have a giveaway. So I should be finding out soon what it is, who it is, what, I don't know. So hopefully someone else can help me run a good game or something. You got us.
Yeah. I think you're well covered in this group.
Right? Creativity is not my thing. Making friends, building communities. I'll stick to that. So okay.
No, I was going to say it was really fun to have sponsored swag in some of the groups for the holidays. Like in VIP Kid Props and Rewards, we had a dino, like a fun picture with Dino doing something crazy. So this lady took a picture of Dino like in her driveway, and she made like a printout of Dino's print under her tire of her car, and like Dino laying on the side. Like it was so fun. And then one person took a copy machine and they put like a copy machine print of Dino. So like Dino's making prints of his little bottom in the copy machine with Dino. Like it was really funny. VIP Kid Level 1 prep and tips. We had people share pictures of how they use props for rewards over the holidays. So I just really think it's a great idea. Everyone likes a fun giveaway. Everyone likes fun pictures that bring joy. Like Melissa's group, the 12 Days of Christmas, that was a huge fun giveaway. How fun was that to like look forward to a post, to like write your favorite recipe? Melissa, those were such creative topics. Like and so what you have to remember in building community is you get what you give. So the more that you participate, the more that you're around commenting and saying positive things to other people, then you get out what you give. If you're just lurking and you're not engaged and you wonder why you don't have connected people or don't feel connected, it's because you have to put out yourself to get things back from other people too. So I just like that VIP Kid is supporting community groups, seeing how important it is to build community. If you've ever been to Journey in real life or Journey online, which was wonderful, you just know that there's other teachers out there. You're not by yourself, but you got to put yourself out there and do things and comment and take funny pictures with Dino under your car tire to make people laugh and be engaged. So anyways.
Super fun. That's awesome. Mary?
I'm going to a great meetup tonight, which is going to be a monthly meetup of sharing recipes from a different culture every month.
Ooh.
So tonight's Chinese.
And Lizette is the one hosting that, who's in our chat, or if she's still here. So she's the one that's put that together. Yeah.
I'm so excited about that. That's going to be so much fun. I can't wait to get all the Chinese recipes.
That's awesome.
Everybody likes food.
Exactly.
Man, yeah, I'm a bit of a foodie. I don't know much about it, but I like to try try foods from everywhere.
Is it possible to be a foodie but not be a cookie?
Yes.
I hope so.
Absolutely. I think that happens a lot.
Does everybody know where to find the meetups? Do you want to share where to find the meetups?
Yeah, you want to tell everybody where we can find them?
Okay, if I can find my right preset, because I got off my off the one that I wanted. This is the perils of Manicam if you get on the wrong thing. So if you go to your portal and you go to the same community tab there, then you press on the third one down is the events. And I'm using my iPad right now, so you can do this on your iPad, the HD app, and you can find it on your iPad. Probably can find it on your phone too, but I don't know. So here's a list of all of the meetups in order. So today there's actually 1, 2, 3, 4 of them.
Wow.
Well, I think maybe one of them, the body boot camp, that one's probably earlier today. And then tomorrow night, I have a meetup for the iPad users group. And it's going to be my very first one for iPad users. So I'm looking forward to that. And so, yeah, so there's quite a few coming up all through February, through the end of February.
Excellent.
And so, yeah, so all of these are like Eventbrite. And so you have to get an Eventbrite ticket, and then you also get points And for my meetup tomorrow, we actually have like 7 gifts that we're giving away.
Wow.
So like we have, I don't know, all kinds of stuff from VIPKid, and then I have a person on my group that's giving away some jewelry, and I'm making some name tags. So hopefully it'll all work out okay. I'm a little nervous.
I'm sure it will.
Awesome.
You'll be great. Melissa,
Now, you are going to be great. We just spent an hour planning that. You are so ready. Look, I also helped Amy get started, sort of figure out how to do it, and like now she's a wizard. She's got like hosting all these awesome meetups. So you've got it. You just, it takes like take that first step, and then you can do it.
Well, and to add to that, yes, Melissa helped me with my first one, and then now I'm running with it. And like today, there was another girl who hosted her first meetup. And what we try to encourage everybody is, if it's something that interests you, and if it's something that brings you joy, that you share it with others, because other people will come and they probably want to hear it, or they enjoy it too. So you know, it can be anything. It doesn't even have to be necessarily VIPKid related. You know, we've had a lot of meetups in regards to different religions, all the different New Year's being celebrated. We had an Orthodox Christmas. We had an Orthodox New Year celebration. We've talked about Hanukkah. There is a weekly boot camp where we exercise. I've hosted an 80s meetup, and that was hilarious and fun. Everybody dressed up, and I was so impressed with the amount of people that actually dressed up.
Yeah,
and I
awesome.
loved it, and it made it all that much more fun. We're doing a 90s one coming up February 8th, I believe, and we're probably going to do another 80s. So I went to 3 meetups today already.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
I like that they don't have to be about VIPKid.
That's
And
cool.
rarely are mine. I mean, they're about, you know, TV show quizzes, or, you know, just have some coffee and chat. There was a wine tasting, like drink some wine and chat. And I feel like, especially now, especially this year, where we've been sort of forced into this online virtual world, more than anything, it's really about the connections, like getting that social time where you can talk and I don't know, and talk to VIPKid teachers, but not necessarily about VIPKid. Talk about something fun, or make a vision board. There was one today, you know, where you made a vision board.
Oh, I missed that.
There was Mary and Kasie, you had that one where, you know, we talked about our struggles, like how are we doing this year, and what, like what was bothering us, or what were we anxious about. And so actually, you know, I went to that meetup and started talking. We were talking about like what color we feel like we are. And then Mary was like, well, why is that, Melissa? So I started talking and actually ended up crying, because like I was talking about like how all these things are changing in my life now. And it was kind of like, I'm emotional wreck anyway, but it kind of started coming out. So it made me cry. But one thing I wanted to, the reason I'm saying that is because since that, I've made other friends who reached out to me during that meetup or after that meetup. And so they're like, how are you doing? How are you doing with that transition? How are you doing, you know, watching your daughter get ready to go to college? Like, all, you know, and they check up on me and they make sure I'm okay. And it's one of those things that I look forward to, similar to this group, right? I know they're going to check in on me. And where did we make that connection? At a VIPKid meetup.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is pretty cool.
I'd like to add to what Melissa said too, and also reiterate what Amanda said in regards to, you have to show up and you have to put yourself out there, and you have to be willing to share, you know, be funny, be serious, be vulnerable, you know, just depending on what's going on in the meetups and things like that. But the idea, you know, of not being able to make real connections because we're not face to face is a total lie. I mean, I personally have made the most amazing connections with women and men that have been attending these meetups. And so we actually, we now have a chat where we talk to each other, and we have celebrated each other's birthdays, and we secretly mail each other gifts and everything, and then have our own little birthday celebrations. And recently, I actually raised $600 between people that attended meetups and gave it to another VIP kid teacher. And she was completely shocked and surprised. So, you know, if you build it and if you put yourself out there, things will happen. And I know the community has lifted me up so much. And like you said, you give what you put in. So, come hang out, share, talk over one another, because that's often what happens. Everybody's so excited, but it is. It's a really great thing. So,
I'm actually having a meetup tonight for knitters. So
fun.
one or two VIP Kid. I have some people that are VIP Kid teachers that want to join eventually, but it's totally off the grid. Like, it's not on YouTube. It's not on an event. It's just a thing that I did, that I'm doing privately. But that happens too. Like, you end up making friends that will be part of your life, and then whatever, like for knitting, for me, is kind of getting away from the general, teaching world and just doing something completely different, and maybe even making a gift. I taught for Outschool. I taught a little girl today, and they were just these kids that I'm teaching knitting. They're like ages 9, 10, 11. And they're like, I could just keep knitting because I have, this is such a great gift. I can give these to people. And, it's just a way for people to just use their time, think about others, and just go beyond themselves. And I think all of this is what it does too, is all the things that we're doing. For me, that's the biggest surprise of my VIP Kid career, is that I thought I was just going to do this job to make a few dollars. And then I ended up doing, it means more to me than the few dollars. Right. The friends that I've made and the things that I've gained out of the whole experience is way more than the money that I've made. Although the money was pretty good too.
And now you're your own YouTube star.
A YouTuber. Woohoo! Every now and then I get a new subscriber, but
you're right though. I never expected to meet all the friends that I have on YouTube or virtually. I was just so bummed that I left Germany. All my friends were there, and I was just gonna teach because I missed the kids. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, I do have friends other than Germany. And
that's awesome.
Yeah, so this was a great way for me to get out of my funk of having to leave all of my friends behind. Let's check the chat. Rebecca said, I try to go to one meetup a month, but I see you guys every week. Yeah, she's stuck with me all the time. Lisette said, yes, be authentic, connect, share, motivate others so everyone can be good. And Morgan, I sometimes go camera off, microphone off, and just listen. Yeah. I don't know. I do when I'm eating because I don't want everyone to see me shoving food in my face, which is usually what I'm doing during a meetup. But
like sometimes the meetup just doesn't fully coordinate. Like I homeschool, so I mean it's one of those things where I can't fully participate in a meetup, but I know that I really, really like the people that are there, and so it's like I'm going to be bopping in and out, and I don't want to be a distraction. That I'm going to help out with this math problem, but then I'm going to have a few seconds to do some dishes, and so I like treat it like a podcast. I have my headphones on. I keep my microphone off, everything off. No one knows I'm there. I'm just quietly in there. So I know Wham Bam Manny Cam, I did that. And I went to Melissa's Friends meetup, but I've never watched Friends before. And then I just felt really awkward. And it was like someone was speaking a different language, kind of like it's all English, but I don't get any of the references. So I pieced out of that one. Sorry. But yeah, there's been a few times where it's like, oh, I love these people. I'll just sort of passively listen while I'm going about my day. And that's something that you can do as well, and then just pop on your microphone and say hi if you want to.
There's a lot of people that do that too, because we're all doing different things at different times during the day. Kids are at home or you have to run your errands. So they have the camera off, muted, but they're listening. Every once in a while, you'll all of a sudden see them pop up. So
Super cute. Stephanie said, Kasie, I want you to know that my 5-year-old son just reminded me to like the video.
Well, it's also a very supportive community if you guys haven't picked up on that yet. But if you go to a meetup and you decide you want to host one, right? Like Morgan said, I didn't know anything about Friends, but I do know about the office, or like Mary said, okay, what about one with Survivor? This community is very supportive, from posting on Facebook to get ideas to, supporting you hosting one and attending yours. I have never been involved in a professional community that is supportive and cheerleads, everybody on as much as VIPKid.
Great. I haven't watched The Office. I know Morgan. My son loves it. Funny, I'm just not a funny sitcom thing. Give me like she signed off, please. NCIS or anything crime scene type stuff. Yeah.
Well, I watch it because Joseph watches it, but I can't watch it for too long because I find myself getting irritated at Michael Scott and Dwight. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to go do some laundry,
So I have to quote it all the time. Like my daughter's spelling word today, one of her spelling words was peace. And I was like, break me off a piece of that fancy feast. Peace. And she's like, it's Kit Kat bar. I'm like, no, I'm quoting The Office. She's 7. She's never seen it, but she's passively picking up quotes. Anyhow, that has nothing to do with VIPKid.
Okay.
But it's funny.
That is totally off topic.
Did anybody else think of the Kit Kat bar too, or is it just me and the 7-year-old? Okay, somebody else take.
Yeah, I'll watch the crime shows, but see, my family doesn't like. They think it's weird that I want to watch Snapped and NCIS and Law and Order. My absolute favorite is Law and Order. But yeah.
Oh, we should do one of these on shows.
We should.
I think I'll do a Dateline one. Like, how was the person murdered? Who actually did it?
Maybe we could do like a VIPKid escape room or something.
We did a meetup, we did a murder mystery meetup. It was so fun. So somebody played the murderer, and then everybody had to guess, and we went into different breakout rooms, and you had an investigator that would question you, and
fun.
Awesome.
That's complicated.
That would be awesome again. Can someone do that?
Michelle is a host, and she does every Tuesday at 10 Central. She does a game. And so every week she kind of changes the game. So there's about several games that she kind of goes through, so it's not always the same game. And there was a little extra work in that murder mystery one, so she ended up having to break it up into 2 meetups. Because you can only have right about 15 people. It can't be a huge one. But she's looking to do some more because it was such a big success and we loved it. It was hilarious.
You found out who did it that day, right? I wouldn't be able to wait another week to find out.
No, yeah, you went through everything, and it kind of like every so often people vote to see like who did it and if they did it.
Fun.
So then somebody either dies or I forget how it went. But I'll say I was the murderer one day, and I did not get caught.
That does not.
And I'm not surprised. That's on brand, dear. That's on brand.
Super fun. Let's see. I don't like The Office either. I love the crime shows too. Oh, we have team action and team funny, I think.
I just keep knitting.
Cindy's over here. I'm knitting.
By the time we're done with this, she'll have a scarf.
You know what's crazy though is I never watched TV until I moved back to the States. Now that I'm here, I'm like, whoa, did you see that? So I'm catching up for years of not watching television. So it's not so good. But anyway, back to VIPKid communities. As you can tell, we have all became very good friends. Visit the Hutong, visit the Facebook groups, find your tribe, check out the meetups.
And one of these days we are going to have the meetup of all meetups.
We are.
Like when the day comes, it's happening. Like
well, I don't think it can be
in
Don't think it
person.
can be an afternoon. It has to be a weekend where we all go.
Oh heavens, yeah, like
Or a week.
maybe a whole week by now. I'm so done with this.
Like
I am
an
ready.
indoor water park somewhere.
Oh,
Yes.
Like the Great Wolf Lodge. Well, not where a bunch of kids are, because like we want to just have girls.
oh
fun.
heavens, no!
Right.
Don't put the kids.
Is there an adult only place we can go
I
to?
think
Yeah.
everybody's kidded out by the end of this program.
There's a Great Wolf Lodge 3 miles from my house.
Well, I was supposed to meet you, Melissa, in person a while back there,
I know.
right?
Yeah.
Pretty
I'm still
soon.
ready. I'm still ready.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for coming and being my tribe today, and always Morgan.
Did anyone learn anything today? Like, honest question. Leave it in the
Is there
chat.
anyone
Did we?
else we can all become?
Were we helpful at all?
Let us know in the chat.
But
Did we get anything out of this?
even though there's virtual barriers, it doesn't limit friendships.
They are, yes, they're posting their favorite shows just like we talked about. So I think this is one of the best moving chats lately too. So all right,
That's
everyone,
awesome.
thank you so much for coming. Thank you to everyone on
All
the
right,
panel
thank
and in the
you.
chat.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Good to see you. Bye.